wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're going to have the beginning part of the program start here with Brother Amin, and then we're going to move it over there. So before I start, there's a quick announcement. Inshallah, ICIE next Thursday is having a Thanksgiving dinner here at the masjid. So if you guys don't have any plans or anything like that, you guys can come on down to the masjid. Food will be provided, inshallah. And it's going to start at 3 p.m. That's next Thursday, 3 p.m. And then real quick, just pull this up.
So you guys, we're actually going to be starting the program right over here. So everybody, I want you to stand up real quick. Stand up real quick. And I want you guys to come right over here. And the people on chairs, turn your chairs around. And the people, please come right over here, right here. Perfect. Perfect spot. You can sit down right here. Okay. And my humble request is actually come a little bit closer, because when you come closer, it'll make for a better program.
Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Good. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. So just a quick introduction to Brother Amin. Brother's name is Amin Asr. He's 29. He's the founder of Noor Kids. He is a Harvard-supported educational services organization, the Noor Kids organization, that seeks to build confidence in the religious identity of young Muslims. Noor Kids publishes one of America's fastest-growing Islamic children's book series with titles in over 25,000 homes and 25 countries, mashallah. Amin is an expert on identity, self-confidence, and self-esteem among Muslim children in America. He has been featured on NPR, BBC, The Huffington Post, The Boston Herald, and the Christian Science Monitor, among a host of other media outlets. Amin received a master's degree from UC Berkeley. He lives with his wife, Sanat, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So without further ado, I'll give you Brother Amin.
Okay, and so PS you guys, there's a special bonus. Today we're actually going to be doing two programs. The first one is a storytelling, and it's going to be about for 30 minutes, and it's for everybody. And then after that, we're going to do another program for about 30 minutes, and it's for kids that are a little bit older. But everyone can stay if you'd like to, but it's primarily for older kids, okay? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. I am 7 years old. I'm standing in my mom's bedroom looking at the mirror chewing. I'm like, it's the yummiest, it's the juiciest, it's the sweetest, most mouth-wateringest chewing gum I had tried in my entire life. And then I take that chewing gum and I tiptoe over to the dresser. I tiptoe over to my mom's dresser. I stand on my tippy toes. I open up the drawer. I look to the left. I look to the right, and right as I'm about to put the chewing gum inside, my mom walks into the room. She looks at me. She says, Amin, did you steal that chewing gum from the grocery store? I look at my mom and I gulp just like this. I'm like, I look at her straight in the eyes and I say, no. But here's the thing. On that day when my mom asked me if I had taken that chewing gum from the grocery store and I said no, do you know what I had done? I lied, you guys, I lied. Yeah, but I have to tell you the story. I have to tell you what had happened. So I was sitting on my couch, I was reading one of my books, and as I'm reading one of these books, my mom says, Amin, we have to go to the grocery store. And I was like, Mom, I don't care about eggs or milk or cheese or bread or any of these things. I just want to stay home. Has that ever happened to you guys? Yeah, so my mom says, Amin, we have to go to the grocery store. So when I get to the grocery store, I'm walking around just like this. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, man, I really wish I wasn't here. Oh, man, I really wish I was at home. I really wish I wasn't here. But then, out of the corner of my eyes, I saw it. It was purple, and it was pink, and when it was blue, when I got closer towards it, and I grabbed it, and I put it into my hands, it said, Bubblicious. It was the yummiest, it was the juiciest, it was the sweetest, most mouth-wateringest chewing gum I'd seen in my entire life. You guys, it was like dripping in watermelon sweetness. So I took that gum and I put it against my chest and I started thinking about all the places I could eat it. I was like, oh man, you know, I could chew this chewing gum on the bus on the way to school. Or I could chew this chewing gum while I'm going down the slide in the playground. Or I could chew this chewing gum while I'm reading a book on my couch. You guys, I loved this chewing gum. I loved this chewing gum, and now I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, Amin, if you love this chewing gum so much, I mean, if you love it so much, well then why don't you just marry it? He liked that joke. This guy liked the joke. Yeah, give me 5. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. No, you guys, but that's silly because it's gum. You can't marry gum. And I was only 7 years old, and you can't marry gum because you're only 7 years old, and no one can marry gum. Anyways, back to the story. So I have this gum in my hands. I have this gum in my hands. And then my mom comes, and she's like, Amin, what do you got? I'm like, Mom, this is Bubblicious. It's sweet, and it's juicy, and I need it, and I want it, and it's dripping in watermelon sweetness. And before I can even finish, my mom says, N-O. No. Do your parents ever say that to you? Yes. My mom said, Amin, we have so many gums. We have so many gums. Why could you possibly need another one? But I'm like, no, Mom, this one's different. It's Bubblicious. It's like dripping in watermelon sweetness. Mom, I need it. And by the time I look up, my mom's already gone. She went to go to the cash register. So I took that gum and I tiptoed back to where I found it. I tiptoed back to where I found it. I stood on my tippy toes, and right as I was about to put it back, I looked to the left, and then I looked to the right, and then I did something unlike anything I had ever done in my entire life. I took that gum, I opened up my pocket, and I dropped it in, and I forgot all about it. Until my mom caught me, and when she did, I started crying my eyes. I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, I don't know what I was doing. Mom, I'm only 7. Mom, I'm only 7 years old. I'm too young to go to jail. And you know what my mom did? She sent me to jail. No, my mom didn't send me to jail, no. On that day, my mom read me a story. And that story that my mom read me, it changed my life because after that day, I started to love reading. You guys, it's been over 20 years since my mom told me that story, and I still remember every single detail. Now today, in the first 30 minutes here, I'm going to tell you 2 stories, all right? The first one is a story that many of you may have heard before, and if you have, I'm going to need your help. And the second is a story that I wrote, and it's a really special story, and we'll be doing that story over there, all right? So this first story, it's about a boy Who cried wolf? And if you know this story, I'm going to need your help, okay?
I know it.
All right, so if you know it, I'm going to need your help. So put your hands down for now.
I know it.
All right, so once upon a time, there was a boy who was a shepherd, and he lived at the top of a mountain all by himself. Everyone else from the village, they lived at the bottom of the mountain. Now, who here knows what it means to be a shepherd?
Yep.
What does it mean to be a shepherd? Yeah, you take care of sheep. Now, this boy was a shepherd. He takes care of sheep at the top of the mountain, but he does it all by himself because everybody else lived at the bottom of the mountain. Now, this boy living at the top of the mountain would start to feel lonely. And he'd start to think to himself, there's got to be some way. There's got to be some way that I can get everyone from the bottom of the mountain up to the top. So one day he comes up with a bright idea. The little boy goes to the top of the mountain and he screams at the top of his lungs. He says, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain, they come running to the top and they say, "Where's the wolf? Where's the wolf?" But the boy just chuckles. He's like, "Haha, there's no wolf, I gotcha." But the people get upset. They say, "Boy, if there's no wolf, don't cry wolf." And then they go back down. Well, now it's afternoon. And the little boy is feeling lonely at the top of the mountain all by himself once again. So he thinks to himself, there's got to be a way that I can get everyone to the top of the mountain again. So the little boy goes to the top of the mountain. And again, he screams at the top of his lungs. He goes, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain, they come running to the top and they say, "Where's the wolf? Where's the wolf?" And this time, the boy slaps his knees. He's like, "Oh, I gotcha. There's no wolf." But the people get upset. They say, "Boy, if there's no wolf, don't cry wolf." And then they go back down. Well, now it's nighttime, okay? The sun has sank beneath the mountains, and the moon is shining like a lamp in the sky. And the little boy is sleeping in his bed. He's like, sleeping, he's sleeping. He's like, but then he hears something. He hears something from outside of his bed. So he gets up and out of his bed. And he tiptoes over to the window. He tiptoes over to the window, and when he gets there, he stands on his tippy toes and he opens up the blinds, and there's a wolf. The boy goes to the top of the mountain and he screams at the top of his lungs. He's like, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain stays there. The boy looks on. He sees that one by one, each and every single sheep is being taken by the wolves. The boy says, "I've got to do something. I've got to do something." So he decides to go to the top of the mountain again. And he screams at the top of his lungs. He says, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf!" And everyone from the bottom of the mountain stays there. By the end of the night, each and every single sheep is taken by the wolves. The next morning, an old man comes to the top of the mountain, and he sees the boy. But this time, the boy isn't chuckling. This time the boy isn't laughing. No, this time the boy is crying. He's like, last night there was a wolf that came, and the wolf took all of the sheep. Because that's what you guys sound like when you cry and talk at the same time, right? Yeah. Okay, anyways, back to the story. The little boy is crying. And an old man comes and he puts his arm around the boy and he says, boy, I am going to help you find your sheep. But today I want you to learn a very important lesson. And the little boy says, what's that? And the old man looks at him directly in the eyes and he says, nobody believes a liar, even when he tells the truth. And then my mom closes the book. And she looks at me and she says, Amin, do you get it? And I said, yeah, Mom, I get it. And she says, what do you get? And I said, nobody believes a liar, even when he tells the truth. Now that day, I made a terrible mistake. I did something that I never should have done, and I got in trouble for it. I got grounded. Does anyone know what it means to be grounded? Being grounded means that you're never able to leave your house. I got grounded for a really long time. In fact, I'm still grounded today. No, I'm not grounded anymore. No, I made a terrible mistake, but I learned my lesson. And you guys, I learned my lesson through reading. Does anyone here love to read? Yeah? What's your name? Muhammad. Muhammad, why do you love to read? Because you're able to use your imagination. When you read, it takes you to an entirely new world. You gain something called empathy. You guys say it after me. Empathy. One more time. Empathy. Empathy means when you are standing in someone else's shoes. Yeah, when you read, it's like you're standing in someone else's shoes, looking at the world from where they're looking at the world. Like when I told you that story of the boy who cried wolf, it's like we were sitting in his bed, we were going to the blinds, we were seeing the sheep. We gained empathy for him. That's one of the reasons why I love to read. Who else loves to read? Yeah, and what's your name?
My name is Noor.
What is it? I couldn't hear you.
My name is Noor. Muhammad Noor Azrak, but Noor for short.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, Muhammad Noor, for short. Why is it that you love to read?
Because I just like to read. That much I love to read. I just love reading. I really love it. I promise.
Brother Noor, I want you to come and finish the story for me, my man. No, I'm kidding. But maybe later, someday, I think you'll be good at this. Who else loves to read? Yes, why do you love to read?
Because you get really into the book. Because I get really into the book, and then I just like zone out everything else.
Because you get really into the book and you zone out anything else. Yes, and what's your name?
Abdul.
Abdul, and why do you love to read? So you can go to parties, and what are you doing at these parties? No, I'm kidding. Who else loves to read? Yes.
I love to read because I gain more knowledge and I get to learn more words.
Oh man, what's your name? Zuhair said something incredible. He said, I love to read because when I read, I learn. Like you guys, remember when I made a mistake? I did something I never should have done, but then I read this story of the boy who cried wolf and I learned. You guys, has anyone ever read the Holy Quran? Does anyone know what the first words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ever revealed in the Holy Quran ever was?
I know it.
Iqra, and what does that mean? Read. You guys, reading is so important that the first words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to man is He said, read in the name of your Lord. Now you guys, these days, I don't just like to read books, I write books too. Has anyone ever heard of Noor Kids? Really, you guys have? Wow, that's amazing. So you guys, I write the Noor Kids books. We've published over 26 books, and today I'm going to read you one story from one of my favorite books called The Power of Prayer. But in order for us to do it, I need you guys to all, on your very best behavior, and just like pin drop silence. You guys can hear that? That was a pin that just dropped. Okay, I want you guys to all, in pin drop silence, stand up. Stand up. Moms and dads too, stand up. Okay, and you guys, we're going to walk over here. Okay, you guys, we're going to walk over here. You guys, in pin drop silence. Pin drop silence right over here. Sana, will you grab me a book? It's fine. Yeah, just right here, front row, right here. You guys sit down right here.
Yeah,
Great seats, guys. Okay, but not right in front of the projector. This needs to be a little bit of an aisle, okay? And you guys can sit down right here. And it's so big, everyone will be able to see it so nicely, okay? Okay, I want you to sit right here, because your head will get in the way if you can sit right here, okay? That's not going to be comfortable for you, okay? It won't be comfortable. Sit right here, right here. Okay, you guys sit down, sit down, sit down. All right. So you guys, today I'm going to read you a story out of one of my most favorite books. And Sana, can you help me with the projector? Okay. All right. So today I'm going to read you a story out of one of my most favorite books, and it's called The Power of Prayer. But you guys, this is a little bit serious. You guys, this is a little bit serious because here's the thing, okay? A couple of years ago, my mom was really sick. Okay? My mom was really sick, and everyone said, Amin, you should make dua. Amin, you should make dua for your mom, because if you make dua for your mom, then maybe your mom will be okay. She'll be okay for sure. But you guys, I used to worry. I used to think to myself, how could I be sure? Like, how could I be 100% guaranteed or your money back sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could answer my every prayer? So I did so much research, I did so much reading, and then I finally wrote this book. Now you guys, in this book, there's 2 stories. Okay, the first one's called Gone Fishing, and then there are some questions, and then there's some activities, and then there's a second story, and this is the story that I'm going to read to you today. It's called Call on Your Creator. Now before I do that though, I want to introduce you to the characters, okay? So the Noor kids live in a city that's really similar to this, okay? It's not called Rancho Cucamonga. It's called Maple Grove, okay? And they're all 7 years old, okay? So first there's Shireen. Shireen's 7 years old. She has a twin brother named Jaffer. She loves to explore all around the world. Lots of times you'll see her with her camera because she wants to be just like her mom, who works for National Geographic. Then there's Amin. Amin's a sports star. He likes baseball and soccer and football. And he's got an older brother in college whose name is Hasib. And the one thing about Amin is sometimes he does stuff without thinking about it, and because of that he gets into trouble. And then there's Asad. Asad's a scientist. He likes to break things apart just to figure out how to put them back together again. And he has a little baby sister named Yusra. And then there's Amira. Amira's an artist. She loves exploring all of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's beauty through art and poetry and painting. And these 4 are the Noor kids. Now, like I said, we're going to be reading a story out of this book called The Power of Prayer. Oh, Sana, I think it's a different computer. Oh, no, it is that computer. You guys, you know what it is? Can I tell you guys what happened? Every time you start something, if you want that something to go so well, you know what you're supposed to say? You're supposed to say, does anyone know? What are you supposed to say when you start something if you want it to go really, really well, and if you forget sometimes it doesn't go so well? Does anyone know? Yeah, that. Well, there's one other thing that you say. No, there's one like phrase that you say before you start something so it goes so well. Yeah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You guys, let's all say it together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And look at that. It's here. So you guys, we are going to be reading a story out of this book. It's a big one. It's called The Power of Praise. Now let me just turn the pages. Oh, there he goes. Thanks. Sorry, it was really heavy. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't. It's projected. All right, anyways. All right. So let's start. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You guys say it with me? You guys, that was really weak. I don't think we can. Let's do it together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. All right, this story is called Call on Your Creator. It was the first soccer match of the summer, and Amin wanted to score a goal more than anything. Give me the ball, says Amin. Amin began running as fast as he could. He needed to find the perfect spot before taking a shot. Got it, just need to dribble a bit further. Ouch, ouch, my ankle! While running, Amin tripped and twisted his ankle. He was hurt. His friends gathered around to help. The boys looked at Amin's red and swollen ankle with concern. This has to be the worst thing in the whole wide world. There's no way I can play for the rest of the season, says Amin. You guys look at his ankle. Is there anything we can do to help, says Asad. No, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing anyone can do. This is just my luck. How miserable, says Amin. While Amin became depressed about his situation, Asad came up with an idea to cheer him up. Say, Amin, I know things are tough with the injury and all, but maybe you could help me finish a robot I've been working on. It will be fun, I promise. Amin agreed. The two walked towards Asad's house to begin working. Thanks, Asad, you're a real pal, you know that? Don't mention it. That is what friends are for. Once the two reached Asad's garage, they began working on the robot, designing its blueprint, welding its pieces, and programming its operations. Finally, Amin turned the robot on. Its eyes lit up and it began talking. Assalamu alaikum. I am Ali the android. Let me show you what I can do. I can jump up and down. I can zip all around. I can even fly towards the sky. But on the way down from his flight, the android made a mistake and fell down too fast. Ouch, ouch, my knees. Landing on his feet, the android's knees buckled. Ali was in pain. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the poor android is hurt. What should we do? Says Amin. We created him, right? That means we can fix him too, says Asad. Asad began repairing Ali the android, replacing the springs, installing new wires, and painting the metal. I feel better than ever, Asad. Thanks for your care. After Ali the android was fixed, Amin decided it was time for him to go home. But as he got up to walk, he felt pain in his ankle again. Oh man, with all of this fun, I forgot that I had twisted my ankle. I wish it could be healed, but there is absolutely no hope. Hold on, Amin. There is hope. I have an idea. Maybe we can learn from Ali the android. All right, you guys, before we go on, a couple of questions, okay? Have Amin, I haven't even asked the questions yet. All right. Have Amin and Ali the android gone through similar problems? Yeah, what happened to Amin? Yeah, so Amin, he hurt his ankle, right? And what happened to Ali the android? What happened to Ali the android, yeah? Yeah, so Amin hurt his ankle, and Ali the android hurt his knee. Now you guys, who fixed Ali the android? Who fixed Ali the android? Asad. Asad fixed Ali the android, and you guys, why was it that Asad could fix Ali the android? Why was it that Asad could fix Ali the android? Yeah, right here. Yep. Why could Asad fix Ali the android? Do you need some help? Why could Asad fix Ali the android? Yes. Asad created Ali the android. That means Asad could fix Ali the android. So you guys, who can fix Amin? Who can fix Amin? Yeah. Who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can fix Amin because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Created him.
because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him. MashaAllah. All right, so let's see what happens next. Wow, what an incredible idea. I wish I would have thought about it sooner. I will call on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. Inshallah, through him, I can get better. Amin left to go home. He was excited to pray for a quick recovery. Upon reaching home, Amin began preparing to talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, you guys, let's hold on for a second. Does anyone know who Barack Obama is? Who's Barack Obama? Yeah, Barack Obama was our old president. Now, if you guys were going to go and meet and talk to Barack Obama, how would you want to dress? How would you want to dress?
Like nice and not
Like really nice, right? Like, okay, so nice. Like what would you wear?
like a dress or like.
Yeah, like a dress. What would you wear if you were meeting Barack Obama?
I would wear a fancy clothes, and if you had a baby, you would just wear a bow tie and a white short and
You would wear a bow tie?
white shorts and a leather pants.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? You'd want to wear like a suit or a tie or like a really nice dress. And would you want to take a shower and smell really good? Yeah, you would, right? So you guys, Amin in the story, he's not getting ready to talk to Barack Obama. Amin is getting ready to speak with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you guys, let's see how he gets ready, okay? So upon reaching home, Amin began preparing to talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hey, can you stand up for me real quick? And can you sit down for me right over here, right over here. Right over here. Perfect. So Amin began preparing to talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He put on clean white clothes to look his best. He performed wudu to clean his body and soul, and he dabbed on some ithr or some perfume for a beautiful scent. Amin walked onto his prayer mat and raised his hands to the sky. Now, is anyone here making dua for something that they really want? Someone making dua for they really want? Yeah. What are you making dua for, Zayn?
I'm making dua for someone that has.
Okay, sounds good. So, you guys, let's give Zayn a round of applause. Zayn, will you come up and be my helper? Okay. All right, Zayn, come to the front. And Zayn, you can sit here, okay? All right, so Zayn, what are you making dua for?
A person that's fighting through cancer.
Okay, so you guys, we are going to help Zayn make dua. We're going to all do this together. And by the way, is anyone here have their own dua, something that they're doing? Yeah, everyone has their own duas? Maybe someone else, maybe their grandma or their grandpa's sick. Okay, maybe for someone else, they want to go to Jannah. Maybe for whatever it is that you want, okay, for whatever it is, this is the same recipe, okay? We're going to be doing this recipe for making dua, all right? So the first thing we do is we raise our hands. Everyone raise your hands, and we say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
All right, so the very first thing that we have to do, before we even want to ask for what we have to ask for, we have to give thanks. What are some things that we can give thanks for, guys? Yeah, what's some things that we can give thanks for? For our family. What are some other things that we can give thanks for? For Allah making us. Yeah, we were born, right? That's one thing. What else is something that we can give thanks for? Yeah? Our pets. Yeah. What else? For us being Muslim. Okay, what else? What's something else we can give thanks for? For praying. Okay, what else? Yeah, for shelter and clothes. There's so many people who don't have shelter and clothes. What else? For food. Okay, what else? For our health. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, what else? Last one over here. What else? Okay, all right, so let's do this together. So we say, Ya Allah.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ya Allah, thank you for all of my blessings.
Ya Allah, thank you for all of my blessings.
Thank you for my mom and my dad.
Thank you for my mom and my dad.
Thank you for my brother and my sister.
Thank you for my sister.
Ya Allah, thank you for my home and my shelter.
Ya Allah, thank you for my home and my shelter.
Ya Allah, thank you for my clothes.
Ya Allah, thank you for my clothes.
Ya Allah, thank you for food, especially lasagna.
Ya Allah, thank you for food, especially for mulkhaya.
Okay, all right. All right, so the first thing we did is we gave thanks, right? The next thing we have to do is we have to ask for forgiveness, okay? But Zayn, you've never made any mistakes, have you? No, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one, okay? So I say, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please forgive me. Ya Allah, forgive me for every single mistake that I ever made. Ya Allah, forgive me for the time that I was being mean to my brother or my sister. Ya Allah, forgive me for the time that I was shouting and yelling at home. Ya Allah, I never should have done that. Ya Allah, forgive me for the time when I took that chewing gum from the grocery store. Ya Allah, I never should have done that. Ya Allah, forgive me for every mistake I've ever made. All right? So first we gave thanks. Then we asked for forgiveness. Now you guys, we pray for other people. Who are other people that need our prayers?
People that are sick.
People that are sick. Yep. Who else?
People that have cancer.
People that have cancer, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, who else?
People who are dead.
People who've passed away. Yeah, who else? Yeah, our grandmas and our grandpas, yep. People who don't have shelter, yep. People who don't have food and water, yep, over there. We pray for Allah, okay. Anything else? Yep. For our mom and dad. Okay, so now we do this. We say, Ya Allah.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah, I pray for everyone who is in need.
Ya Allah, I pray for everyone who is in need.
Ya Allah, there are so many people who are in need.
Ya Allah, there are so many people who are in need.
Ya Allah, when I think about the people who don't have a mom or a dad.
Ya Allah, when I think of people who don't have a mom or a dad.
Ya Allah, I ask you to please help them.
Ya Allah, I ask you to please help them.
Ya Allah, there are people who don't have homes.
Ya Allah, there are people who don't have home.
Ya Allah, make it easy for them.
Ya Allah, make it easy for them.
Ya Allah, I pray for people who don't have food.
Ya Allah, I pray for people who don't have food.
Ya Allah, please give it to them.
Ya Allah, please give it to them.
Ya Allah, I pray for my mom and my dad.
Ya Allah, I pray for my mom and my dad.
Ya Allah, give them a long and a healthy life.
Ya Allah, I give them a long and healthy life.
Okay, so you guys, the first thing that we did is we gave thanks. Then we asked for forgiveness. Then we prayed for other people. And now, you guys, our hearts have opened up. And now we're ready to make the dua for ourselves, whatever it is that we want. Okay, so Zayn, what is your dua?
To go to heaven.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah, let me go to heaven.
You guys, everyone say Ameen. And you guys, we also make dua for everyone that is sick, okay, you guys? There's so many people who might be sick. You know, I recently heard about some people's grandmas and grandpas. I recently heard about somebody's brother and somebody's son. I recently heard about so many people that are sick. And Ya Allah, we ask you on this day, at this time, through your name, Ash-Shafi, Ya Allah, you're the cure. Ya Allah, please cure them completely and totally. You guys say Ameen.
Ameen.
Ameen. All right, everyone give Zayn a round of applause. Thank you. Go sit down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, so you guys, this is the dua that Amin makes. He uses this recipe to make dua. And you guys, what happens? Let's see what happens. The very next day, as Amin woke up, he looked at his feet. While they still hurt a little bit, the redness had disappeared. Amin smiled and thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for answering his prayer. He was on his way to a quick and a speedy recovery. Will you guys give me a round of applause? Woo! All right, you guys. I have one last question for you. And you guys, this is a pretty important question. And you know, I don't even know if you guys are ready for it. I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. I'll give it to you. Okay. in this story, okay, in this story we learned something amazing. We said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He can fix us. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. It's like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invented us. This is actually one of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name, Al-Mubdi, right? He is the one who created us. It's like He is our inventor. Now you guys, every single invention has an instruction manual. Okay? If you don't know what an instruction manual is, an instruction manual, it shows you how something works. Like, okay, you guys, my watch has an instruction manual. It shows me how it works, okay? That projector has an instruction manual. It shows you how it works. That computer, it has an instruction manual. It shows you how it works. Even this light or this speaker, every single invention has an instruction manual. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invented us, did He give us an instruction manual? You guys raise your hand. Pretty much. Basically. Maybe. You guys, every single invention has an instruction manual. You guys, even this chair comes with an instruction manual. You guys, this projector does. My cell phone does. My car does. The Xbox does. Every single, you guys, even newer kids comes with an instruction manual. Every invention comes with an instruction manual. Could Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created us and not given us an instruction manual? He must have, right? What, you guys, what's the instruction manual that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us? We're going to go in the back, yep? The Holy Quran, ya takbir! Allahu Akbar. You guys, yeah, I want to share something with you, okay? So you guys, I am the author of Noor Kids, okay? So these books that you read, I'm the one who writes the sentences and who writes the words and picks the letters and the periods and the commas and all the details. But you guys, this book, so this is in Urdu, but that's fine. It's still the Quran, okay? This book, okay? In this book, every word, every sentence, every letter, every detail wasn't written by someone like me. These words, you guys, these words, they were created by our Creator. They were created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This book is like our instruction manual. It teaches us how to live. And so you guys, I hope today I was able to share with you a couple of things. I hope I was able to share with you, number one, why I love reading. I love reading because it teaches me how to learn, right? Remember the first words ever revealed? Read in the name of your Lord. I hope, number two, I was able to share something about dua and prayer. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can answer every single prayer. Why? Because Allah created us. And finally, as the author of Noor Kids, I hope that I was able to share with you that while I like these books and other books, the books that I am most in awe of and I love the most is the Holy Quran, because unlike any other book, that one was created by our Creator. Will you guys give me a round of applause? All right, so before we end, I need you guys to all help me out. Will you guys all raise your hands? And we're going to recite Surah Fatiha for the benefit of my mom and anyone else's parents who have passed away. All right? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay, so you guys, before we end, I just wanted to share a couple of things, okay? For the moms and dads here, the organization that I'm here representing is Noor Kids. Noor Kids is an organization that we started 6 years ago at Harvard University. We wanted to figure out, how do we raise confident Muslim kids So we did a host of research. We turned that research into a children's book series. A couple of things that hopefully you took away from this story. One was role models. Amin, Shireen, Asad, and Amira. We learned that through role models, we're able to help children understand what does it mean to be both Muslim and American. Number two is tafakkur, or contemplation. For children growing up as a religious minority, it's important that they understand why they believe in what they believe. Each of our books focuses on that why. And finally, parents. Actually, the single greatest variable that impacts a child is their mom or dad. Each of these stories are designed not for kids to read alone, but for their moms, with their moms and dads. Anyways, I hope that you consider supporting this effort. We're actually doing a fundraiser, so if you decide to become a member today, $10 will be donated back to the community as a means to support the community. The way that the membership works, every month we actually publish a brand new book, and that book is delivered in the mail. There's 3 different types of books. The yellow ones are on citizenship. That's how we as Muslims interact with the world around us. Things like animals, friends, and the environment. There's green books that are on Islamic education, things like intention, prayer, the Holy Quran, happily ever hereafter, the hereafter. And the third is around akhlaq, or character. When you become a member, you get a passport every month. When the books come, you're able to collect the badge, and it's really affordable. It's $6.95 a month. That includes shipping. And again, when you sign up, $10 will be donated to the mosque, and today you'll get 4 books for free. So please do consider supporting our effort as well. We have a team of 15 people who are dedicating ourselves to this. And also, I ask you a humble favor. Keep us in your du'as. And if you know anyone else who might be interested in this, take a little picture, put it on your Instagram or put it on your Facebook and share it with your friends, because we really do need your help to get the word across. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.